So we have invited some of the top athletes in the event to come and speak to you, tell you how their preparations for the race are going. I'm going to start with the top athlete in the field right now. He finished second in last year's championship, and he's the current European champion. He ran a distance of 261 kilometers and 718 meters last year, representing Germany, Florian Reuss.
Ich freue mich, dass endlich losgeht nach der langen Vorbereitung. Angefangen hat alles im Winter mit Grundlagentraining, wo ich hauptsächlich langsame Läufe gemacht habe. Im Februar bin ich dann langsam auch wieder auf die Tempo-Trainingseinheiten zurückgegriffen, da ich für Mitte März einen Wettkampf über 44 Kilometer geplant habe. Bei dem Lauf selber war es dann vielleicht nicht mein allerbester Tag, nachdem ich kurz zuvor mir noch mal eine leichte Erkältung eingefangen habe, sodass ich die 44 Kilometer dann in 2,58 finishen könnte. Danach habe ich mir erstmal 2 Wochen regeneratives Laufen nur gegönnt, bevor ich dann ins spezifische 24-Stunden-Training eingestiegen bin, da dann zumeist Wochenkilometer von 150 bis 170 Kilometer gemacht, ohne jetzt die Intensität völlig zu vernachlässigen. Als Formtest habe ich jetzt vor 3 Wochen nochmal an einem Halbmarathon teilgenommen, den ich in 1,19 finishen konnte, bevor ich dann noch eine umfangsbetonte Woche mit 230 Kilometer machen konnte oder durchgeführt habe. Prinzipiell mein Ziel ist natürlich schwierig, da wieder was vorherzusagen. Wäre natürlich schön, wenn man nochmal die Leistung um ein paar Kilometer steigern könnte, aber letztendlich denke ich mal, oberhalb von 260 Kilometern muss man immer zufrieden sein und das Wichtigste ist einfach da erstmal die Grundvoraussetzungen durchlaufen und ich freue mich, dass jetzt am Samstag dann endlich losgeht und zur Sache geht.
I'm very happy to be here in Steenbergen and I'm looking forward to the race tomorrow. I started my preparation for the World Championships in winter by building up my basic endurance with mostly slow-paced runs. And from February onward I also included some fast-paced units in my training because I wanted to take part in a 44-kilometer race. On the day of the 44-kilometer race I wasn't in my best shape because I caught a cold shortly beforehand. Thus I was satisfied with a time of 2 hours and 58 minutes. After 2 weeks of recovery, I started training specifically for the World Championships. I ran between 150 and 170 kilometers most weeks and also included 1 to 2 faster paced units in my weekly training. 3 weeks before the World Championships, I took part in a half marathon, which I finished in 1 hour and 19 minutes. After this competition, I had a very intense week with 230 kilometers and started the tapering phase immediately afterwards. As last year was very successful for me, it is very difficult to set a specific goal for the World Championships this weekend. But it would be great if I can improve my personal best by a few kilometers. But of course it won't be an easy task. You can really be more than satisfied with the result of over 260 kilometers, and the most important prerequisite is to run for the entire 24 hours. Thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Thank you, Flo. This time I would like to ask Ivan Kuden, representing Italy, to say a few words. He's quite an accomplished athlete, having done 263 kilometers as one of his personal bests in the last couple of years, and has had some very good results as part2 too. So, Ivan, how has your training been so far?
My training started in November with fast races. Then I started in January with more training with the with the intention to be in the best condition for this World Championship. Unfortunately, 40 days ago I had an injury, so there was a strain in the tibial, so it was more than 30 millimeters, so I should stop. I rest for 4 weeks, and then I started to run again. I had the last ecography on Monday. The muscle is still bleeding, so it will be not easy to run. We spoke so much with the doctor. Now we will take a final decision whether to run or not tomorrow morning. I hope to run because all my teams probably needs or would like that I could give a contribution to them. So I would like to enjoy to run tomorrow.
Thank you, Ivan. Definitely, injuries are part of this game. All of us have been injured at one time or the other. This time, I'll ask Connie Gardner from USA to say a few words. She's the current silver medalist from last year's World Championships with 240 kilometers and 275 meters. So Connie Gardner, share a few words with us.
I just started preparing for this over the winter, just building on my miles. I try to typically get between 100 and 120 miles a week. I don't know what that is in kilometers. For speed, I tried to throw some races in, and I was able to do a 24-hour run on a beach. And in February and March, I did a 100-mile road race in about 15 and a half hours. And then finished up lately just doing some faster runs, 50K, and then last effort was at the Boston Marathon, and a lot of what I saw there inspired me for this weekend. I'm very excited to be, very happy to be here and to see everyone from around the world.
Thank you, Connie. Definitely, our thoughts and prayers go to what happened in Boston, so definitely. At this time, I'm going to invite our current bronze medalist at the World Championship and second place in the European Championships from Katowice with a distance of 257 kilometers. He's from France, Ludovic Dillon.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here, and it will be a fight for me to against injury, and I just recupered my hairs.
Just recovered from an injury, so.
And ok, d'accord. I'm continuing in French. Donc très content d'être ici, et puis surtout j'ai juste terminé de guérir de ma blessure, et c'était un combat déjà d'être là pour les championnats du monde. Donc voilà, et d'être une contribution pour l'équipe. Je pense qu'on a une grande chance en termes d'équipe, et on va la jouer à fond. Donc on va jouer à fond notre rôle de compétiteur. On est très motivés, et je pense qu'aujourd'hui on a un groupe très homogène, et on va compter parmi cette compétition.
So last year, just after the World Championships, I've been injured, so it took time to recover, and now I recovered. I'm ready to run, but the main challenge will be to fight for the team challenge, and fortunately the French team is very strong, very consistent, and that will be the main challenge. And I'm very satisfied to be happy to meet my friend again. Thank you.
Never mind, I hope good luck for everyone.
I'm going to pass on to someone who has got a better English accent than I do, and he's not from England, or from the US or Canada for that matter. Local boy, running for the home team here. Grew up in South Africa with Dutch ancestry. He had a distance of 227.9 kilometers from Katowice, his second World Championship, representing the Netherlands, Peter van Wijngaarden.
Thank you very much. It's a great honour to have everyone here competing in the Netherlands. We're very proud to be hosting the event, and as you can detect, my accent is Australian. I grew up in Australia, having been born in South Africa, but of Dutch ancestry. So I'm really looking forward to a great event and hoping to draw on all of the local support for a really good improvement on my personal best. All of the members of the Dutch team are very grateful to have you here, and I know from my experience at the race here last year that we're in for a really, really good event. The organisation is seamless, and I'm sure that we'll all enjoy a great event.
Thank you, Peter. Last but definitely not the least, our current athlete of the year, current world's best performance holder for track, 24 hours track, with a distance of 255.3 kilometers from Japan, Mami Kudo.
今回このチャンピオンシップに参加できることをとても楽しみにしてまいりました。嬉しく思っています。大会に向けては12月に24時間走を1回走りまして、2ヶ月後の2月にフルマラソンを走ってきまして、調子は大変よく仕上がってきていると思います。昨日コースを下見してみましたが、コーナーが多くとてもトラックの得意な私にとってはとてもテクニカルなコースに見えましたが、ぜひ挑戦したいなと今楽しみにしているところです。はい、明日はチャンピオンシップらしい自分の走りがしたいなと今思っているところです。よろしくお願いいたします。
I'm really glad to come back here, World Championship. This is the third time for me to take part in the World Championship. For the preparation, last December I did a 24-hour track race in Taiwan. There I won the race, fortunately. And in the end of February, I did a marathon. So I switched to speed training after the 24-hour race. And in 2 weeks off after the marathon, I prepared for this World Championship. I looked at the course yesterday, and I thought it was a very technical course. So I'm really good at the track race, and maybe difficult for me to do the road course, but I will try to do the best tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, Aki. Any questions for our athletes? All right, seeing none, I just have a couple of things to say. It said that you live one lifetime during a marathon. Having run a few 24 hours myself, you will live a few lifetimes during your 24-hour race tomorrow. It's going to be highs, it's going to be lows, but at the end of the day, victory will be all of yours. It will be quite the amazing sight come Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon at noon. So once again, we have about 33 federations present here, about 250 runners at last count. It's going to change after the technical meeting, most probably. But if you folks are in the audience who are just spectators, please do come out on Sunday around 10 o'clock to cheer the runners on for the last 2 hours. Seeing no questions, I will say thank you again to our athletes and to our translators for being here and for spending your Friday afternoon with us, and we look forward to seeing you run around the course tomorrow. All the best. Thank you so much. If you want to take pictures, we'll have the athletes line up over here. You can take pictures of the athletes.